Let's talk about a gift that might be for your artsy friends. In my mind, this is the funnest. I'm using a box. It's a nice sturdy wooden box that my dad got from a garage sale, and it is for wine. Some wine was in here. And I'm going to leave this raw because this can be something that my friend Catherine, can decorate on her own. It's got a really great lid. It's got latches on the front. And so I just wanted to go over a few things. Now, if you're like me, you've got a boatload of stuff. You always will purchase more than you really actually need. So you have things lying around your house that you love, but you'll never use all of them. So what I would like to do is suggest that you create a box or bundle for that artsy friend and give away some of the stuff. It's great. It's still good stuff, but it's way more than you need. And your friend might just love having a few of the things. One thing that I love is skeleton leaves. I know my friend Catherine loves to do art journaling and collage, so I've added some of those into my bundle. I have loads of little pieces of chipboard. They're probably 1.5 by 1.5 inch chipboard pieces. Well, she can decorate those and make a collage out of that. There's probably about a dozen of those. I have about 5 dozen more. Yes, I have a lot. I love pencils, so I added some pencils. I have an extra ink pad, and I know that she'll use that. You have extra trims or ribbons. Use a manila tag. You can roll them up, and I've got lots of really nice decorative pins. So I've just pinned those edges in place, and this is a wooden tag. Again, I'm leaving it raw because then she can just use it the way that she wants to in her art. Also, you can use spools, whether you have vintage spools or these are really old thread spools that I just took the thread off and just saved the spools. So I added some baker's twine, and I'm going to share some of that with her. Now, something else. Maybe you have a sewing machine and they don't. Well, I know Catherine has a sewing machine, but I have this really cool ruffler attachment. So what I did was made her some raw-edged muslin ruffle. I just ruffled up maybe a yard and added some trim on top, and then I have one without trim. I've padded the bottom of my box just with tulle. It's just maybe half a yard of tulle. I had some extra, and so I just padded that. That'll be something that she can use, or if you want to, you can decoupage your box. You can pad your box with whatever. I've got little of this and little of that. Here's some more really decorative pins. I just stuck them through a piece of felt. I know she loves felt too. Some beads and some sequins, and yes, I have loads of sequins, and this is not even 1/4 of the bags that I have. So I've given her a little bit of all of my sequins. You can add, I have a little tag book in the back here. I've got some extra red line tape that everybody loves and needs, and then some stitch witchery. I bought too much and I just never returned it, so she gets to have some of that. Some mica flakes. Some acrylic shapes, and then in this bag are some little glassine envelopes that I know that she's going to love. So my whole thought with all this is just find some things in your art space, put together a little bundle, give some of your crafty goodness to your friend. And if you have something that maybe you have that you know she doesn't have, some of us have, many of us have lots of die cut machines. I know that Catherine has spellbinders, but she doesn't have a Cricut, and I have a Cricut. So what I've also done is cut lots of stencils from the Cricut cartridges, and I know she loves stencils. You can just cut them out of regular cardstock, and then if you'd like to spray them with a sealer, they will last and last. Another thing that both she and I love are Chinese fortunes. So I'll definitely add some of these. I save them from our fortune cookies, and I know that she does too. So I'll add some of those with my box. Now, another thing that I know that my friend Catherine loves is paper. She loves music paper, and I happen to have some vintage German It's from a German song. I don't know German, but I can tell that that's German language, and she can use this, she can scan it, and she can use it in her art. My friend Catherine also lives in Maine, so I have a map. It's got Maine on it. I think she'll appreciate that. I've got some joss papers, some different things that I've collected over the years, things that she'll be able to use in her art. I've got some really nice toile tissue papers that I got from French General when I ordered something from there. It's a great, great website. Some dictionary pages. I know she loves those. I ordered way too much of the Seven Gypsies tissue paper, and this has a Paris theme on it, so I know that she'll be able to use that in her art. Another thing that she and I both love are vintage papers, any type of vintage papers. This is something, again, my dad got for me, and it's from 1925. It's like a magazine, kind of newspaper type thing. All kinds of really neat ads in it, and I think she's going to have a blast just really reading this, but also using some of the images, things that she'll be able to scan and use in her art. And then I also have picked up in my garage sale travels a German atlas. So I've got a few maps and some German words. So when you go to present anything that's paper, especially vintage, things that you don't really want to fold or crumple, if you'll roll them up, that's really the best thing for papers. You can roll them and then tie them with some ribbon, some baker's twine, or I just have some regular twine. I'm just going to knot that, and she will love my gift. So when I go to send off my goodies, I'm just going to organize them all so they'll fit nicely and they'll go through the mail. She'll have a blast looking through everything and seeing all the great colors and textures and wonderful little goodies that I've given her. Not all of these things are brand new. Obviously, there's some vintage items here, but don't feel like you have to purchase brand new things. You know what? Your artsy friend loves the same types of stuff that you have and love, and they're going to be thrilled with your chipboard shapes and your mother of pearl buttons, because whatever gets your heart racing gets their heart racing too. So prepare all your little stacks of goodies, and then you've got a great gift for your artsy friend.